Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am scrapbooking with some fun Brutus Monroe products. I have Candy Coat. Now I brought out green and teal. I may bring out other colors. I'm not sure yet. I also have the Underwater Friends stamp set. This really cool stencil. It's called Whirlpool. I have some photos of my husband and I on Cocoa Beach. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I am actually starting out with last month's stencil of the month, which is the Groovy Grid, and I'm just putting a little bit of ink through it kind of all over the place because I want some sort of base of color over top of my white background. Now I am taking this stencil, which, oh my goodness, you guys, this stencil makes me so happy. It's a Twirly Whirly stencil, and that is the Sandy name, the Twirly Whirly stencil. That is not the Brutus Monroe name. The Brutus Monroe name is Whirlpool, but you know, I make up words and things and I like it. So I used the blue candy coat, or the teal candy coat rather, and the green candy coat, but for some reason I didn't record me doing the green candy coat on it, but you will see it when it comes back. Now I am using the underwater that's a whole that's cows in the ocean. That's not what we're talking about. The underwater stamp set here, and I'm taking a good amount of the seaweeds, and I am just going to continue to put them down and ink them up because I want to use these as kind of like a layering portion on my layout. Now I'm going to stamp out a couple other little goodies as well. So the mermaid, the super cute shark, and the scallop shell. Really love them. So this mermaid has the bow in the hair, which is really adorable. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some more scallop shells down and some sand dollars as well. And I figured I wasn't going to use my stamp positioner tool. I was just going to use an acrylic block. So I'm going to go ahead and heat up my Raven detail ink. What that's going to do is it's going to set it so that I can use my watercolors, which are aqua pigments, and my Chroma Mists, which are sprays, and I will be able to color in everything, and my ink will not bleed. So the Raven detail ink is perfect to use with all kinds of media. You just want to let it completely dry or heat set it so that the colors don't bleed. So now I am putting a little of my mixed media on an acrylic block, and I'm just using some water to lighten it up a little bit, and then I am just painting in each one of my stamped images. Now, fun fact about the Underwater Friends stamp set. It does come with it does not come with, but there is a coordinating die set with it. I do not have the die set, but these images are not difficult to fussy cut. So if you are in love with the stamp set and you want to be able to cut them out and the dies aren't in the budget, these are easy to fussy cut, you guys. There isn't a lot of teeny tiny little spaces that you have to get into, so it works out great. Now I am going to color up my shark, and I kind of am in love with how the shark turns out. He's lighter at the top and darker at the bottom, and I just think he is wicked adorable. Like I just do. The sand dollars, I know that they're more of a white color, you guys. Like I know that. They're maybe a slight cream, but this is my scrapbook layout and I need color. So I'm going to go ahead and fill those in. I'm going to finish coloring in the mermaid lady as well. Now I am leaving the coloring in on this one because I have been asked to. in other times, so I figured this one would be fine to leave it in because there's not a lot of heavy duty coloring. Now to mix and match all of my seaweed here, because I don't want it to look all the same, because seaweed is not all the same, I am using a color green, and I am just randomly choosing each of the seaweed lines on the seaweeds. So it's not like they're all going to be colored the same way. Like I'm not doing the left seaweed all this one green color, and the next seaweed the yellow green color, and the next seaweed the hunter. I'm not doing that. It's just random, and I think that it looks, the effect of it when it's on your page or on your card, if that's what you choose to do, it just looks really awesome. It looks more organic and kind of natural. I mean, it's a stamped image, so how natural can it be? But it does look better. Like it's got that cool effect to it. And then it just pops off the candy coat from the Swirly Whirly stencil. The Whirlpool stencil. Swirly Whirly. Twirly Whirly? Swirly Twirly Whirly. I don't know. It's just fun to say, and I'm having myself a grand old time. So I am just going to keep mixing my greens together to get more variety in my colors. That is the cool thing about the Chroma Mists and the aqua pigments. You can mix them to make even more shades of color, which is amazing. So there isn't like there is a yellow green, there is a green, you can mix them together. You could add a little bit of blue in there if you wanted to make your green a little bit more blue. Like you can do all the things, right? You can just mix them together to get all kinds of different colors. Now I am going to go ahead and use brown for the bottom rocks this time. I think on my last layout that I made with this stamp set, I did gray rocks, but this time we're doing brown. And then I am also going to fill in the little bubbles, and I'm going to fill them in with blue. So what I am going to do when I fussy cut is I am not going to fussy cut the bubbles out. They're going to be part of it, so there will be white showing behind my seaweeds. And I colored in the bubbles on my mermaid as well. So I am a lazy person with my brush, and I just squirt squirt water onto that messy thing. And then after I'm finished with the layout, I actually wash my brush. So I don't want anyone to think that that doesn't happen. I am using the Underwater Friends paper collection, which has all of these great designs on there. And then I'm going to fussy cut some of them out to give a little bit of a base to my embellishment clusters. So I have the teal candy coat up at the top, the green candy coat down at the bottom. Now this has fully dried. It does look more of a creamy color when it's applied, but once it dries this awesome bright color, and it's got goodie bits inside of it. So there's sparkly hunky bits inside of the candy coats. It's amazing. All right, so now I'm going to build up my clusters over here. So I've cut out the Underwater Friends paper pack, and you can see those kind of red wavy looking things. I don't know exactly what to call them. And I'm going to take these scallops and the sand dollars, and I'm going to adhere them around my clusters here. So I'm still building a cluster over here with the seaweed. And then I'm tucking some things under, I'm popping some things up. I'm just giving it a little bit of fun, right? So that it's not all one layer, and I'm tucking shells in and sand dollars in, and eventually I come up with this, and I'm loving it, right? Like, I love the way that this layout has turned out. So these are photos of my husband and I on the beach. And I'm pull out some letter stickers from my stash, and I'm going to spell out O to be a mermaid, and then that is going to be my title. I am going to add some of these decorative details, and I'm going to place them around so that they kind of look like more of those water droplets that were on my seaweeds. So I'm just going to sprinkle those around over top of each cluster. Oh, and I love it. So there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.